When some people talk about a he, they mean Christ. When I talk about a he, then I really mean Biden. And when I say talk about, I really mean scream like I'm trapped beneath the ice. Scream like I woke up from a dream where the memory resurfaced that I voted for Obama twice. And then I saw the ballots flash before my eyes like the futures of a couple thousand Middle Eastern children that Obama wiped out via drone strike. Took them out early so we wouldn't have to wait until their wedding nights. And this had been the only man you lauded as a decent moral president till we decided W was fine. Decided he was not the man who whittled down our privacy or stuck us in Iraq for the rest of time. Now we see him in a different light. And all it took to whitewash the shame of his war crimes was snuggling Obama's wife. Never mind our soldiers, they should know a measly fucking thank you. And discount at Applebee's is fair trade for PTSD and a life of lost sleep while they're cuddling their trauma tight. Never mind a lost generation due to birth defects we buried in the soil. So Iraqi kids are born without a way to shut their eyes, are born with half their organs hanging out their sides. And we won't try to fix them, but we'll doctor up the image of the man who firebombed them in the night. Cause fuck it man, the Raytheon stock is out of sight. Who's got the time to do more for the poor outside when it's warmer in here and there's Dom on ice? And meanwhile, half a mile down your drinking glass, there fizzles out a disappearing middle class who never seems to surface. They just keep on taking water, but they never get to drown cause they can't afford a service. So when I talk about a he, if I really mean Biden, then I'll scream it with a spite that lights a fire in my central nervous. Scream it like I'm one of many millions in your Perignon ice bucket, begging you for scraps, scratching at the surface. Who never seems to surface. Just keep on taking water, never get to drown cause I can't afford a service. Begging you for scraps, scratching at the surface. 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 Scraps scratching at the surface. Begging you for scraps scratching at the surface.
To me and wouldn't let me go, kept shaking and baking, but you wouldn't let me say no, cause I was hurt real bad, couldn't be more sad. I tried to run, and still I couldn't make you mad. Well, that's the action you took, you stood correctly. Every time I got in the mix, you would protect me. I can't handle this shit like a freaking nature to me, one of a kind, and it happens oh so naturally. It's been so long since I've seen it, maybe I'm just dreaming. I've been down, I've been down, I've been down. It's been so long since I've seen it, maybe I'm just dreaming. I've been down, I've been down, I've been down. And I'm glad to be a part of it. Just to remind you, I take you back to the start of it. It's like you're a sniper and you had me in your sights, like a technical knockout on Tuesday night fights. You're the best, girl, I love you to death, until my heart stops beating or I take my last breath. It's critical to let you know how different you are. My life's a sitcom and you're the star. It's been so long since I've seen it, maybe I'm just dreaming. I've been down, I've been down, I've been down. It's been so long since I've seen it, maybe I'm just dreaming. I've been down, I've been down, I've been down. I nearly gave it up, I nearly lost my mind. Until you arrived, until you arrived. I nearly gave it up, I nearly lost
It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours. Fucking hours. It costs that much cause I don't have superpowers. Superpowers. So you need to pay for my skills cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours. You need to pay for my skills cause exposure doesn't pay the bills. It costs that much cause it takes me fucking hours.
Well, now everybody, here we are again. It's another Saturday night. Yours truly, Uncle Warren, and going to bring in Miss Jimmy, who's feeling a lot better this evening, to the show. But first, I want to remind everybody, if you're new, if you're watching this after the fact, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Otherwise, this satanic chicken right here will come to your house, will break in, steal all your shit, tie you up in the basement, and leave you to starve to death. So you don't want that. I don't know, maybe you do. Fuck it. You know, who am I to judge? We can bring Jimmy in here. What's up, lady?
Oh. Caught me off guard. I was looking at the comment section.
I caught you. It feels weird, right? This feels like a Friday night.
It
right?
does. It does. I'm all off.
But it's all right because it's SATURDAY night. SAT. And you got your cat hat on. Look at you, all warm and snuggly.
It's officially winter time. So yeah, I got sweaters and beanies. I'm gonna be wearing all kinds of different hats and sweaters. It's what I live on. Can't wait.
It's still summertime here. It was like it went to fall, and then it got a little down in the 40s and stuff. I'm like, all right, here we go. And then yesterday, today, well, today mostly. And plus, I've been running around today too. It is hot. It's like muggy ass bullshit over here in New York. So if you're on the East Coast, you're probably feeling this too. I mean, it's not terrible, but it's a little bit humid. I don't like that humidity kind of thing. I got a fan running up there, so if you hear a in the background, you're gonna have to live with it, kids, because daddy ain't sweating. All right. And I got a little devil's cough medicine here. Dang,
that's crazy. We got
snow. If only I could produce milk, then I'd never starve.
You would do that for beer.
Huh? What? Beer makes me lactate. Yes, thank you. Don't judge me. I was like, I don't normally have adult beverages during this show because it's a little late and I'm afraid I'm gonna pass out. But today was just kind of frantic, and had to deal with some Twitter drama today too. That was fun, and I had to run around the last minute, do some shit, and then I got in here. It was rushing. I hate rushing to get the show on. I like to take my time, you know.
What did Russia do to you?
Wait a minute. There we go. Hey-o.
Get your hands off my penis!
I have no idea what we're going to talk about tonight. I know we got a Yona video we're going to watch, but other than that, oopsie sauce. Just going to be some silly willy shit. And speaking of silly willy.
And you, sir, are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
You got new sound bites, I see.
You stupid Poppy, why you say that? I'm sorry. Yes, it is that kind of night. So it's been a little bit on the hectic side today, but now it feels good. I'm in the comfort zone. I got you here. We got the fam in the chat. Let's shout them out there. We got Miguel and Kelly. Hello, doll. My future ex-wife there. Les Bones is there too. Willie Bragg. What is going on? Be sure to check out Willie Bragg on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to his channel, you're a bad person.
Today.
What happened?
He was on earlier today.
Yes, he was. I did manage to catch a little bit of him on earlier today, so that was very nice. I like Willie's show. Willie, he's no nonsense. You get on there and he does his thing. He tells you his opinions about these political things going on. It's good stuff. Who else we got? Velvet Trance is here. Hello, sweetheart. Good to see you. Miss Brandy, good to see you. And we have, who else is here? I saw Ed earlier in the chat. Good to see you. Dolores is here too. We're going to shout your show out in just a second here. I think you left a link in the chat there, which was good. Thank you for that. Who else is here? I think, is that everybody so far? Maybe, I don't know. Yeah, so check out Dolores and Brandy's show Around the World with Brandy and Dee. They had their show earlier this evening. Fatima Bernawi, historic Palestinian fighter and liberated prisoner. There's the link right there. Just scroll up to get to the link there. Good stuff there. The ladies are starting to take off on that show, and it's good to see. Always great to have more shows in the space, more family shows, not like family oriented shows. It's more like we're talking about the show fam kind of folks. We got 3 people watching on Rockfin. And we are also on the Rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. We are already rumbling. So very good. So that started last night. So always good to diversify your options. So, and Anthony is, and Signs is here too. People starting to file in to church. So good to see y'all. So yeah, a little bit of Twitter drama today with a certain someone. I'm not going to name them and give them air, but I just want to say to everybody, I appreciate y'all that are cool and never start any drama in the chat. You come here for a fun time, and that's what it's all about. That's what we're all about. I'm a no drama llama, and I'm pretty sure I can speak for Jimmy on that respect too. We want no part of any kind of drama. If you got beef with somebody, take it outside. I was for a brief time, I was a bouncer at a bar, and I was very nice to people, but I was very clear when I told them I will not tolerate any bullshit in this bar. And if you bring some bullshit out on your tushy, you will go. So, but I can't really throw people out physically on here. But I can do it with my mind. I have psychic telekinesis powers. Yeah. It's like that. Anywho, how you doing, Jimmy? What's going on?
I'm good. I'm stoned. I'm ready to go for the next couple hours. I'm tits. I've been playing video games all day, just relaxing. That's it. It's been really nice. I did some cleaning, made some food, all that fun stuff. What did you do today?
You don't look stoned at all. You're like, I had some food today, and
It was that one where I was coughing a lot, and you're like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm good. I knew that was going to be it for me. I was like, that's it. That's the one. That's the one.
I know, right? I'll do that too. Okay, so like if I haven't smoked in a while, I will have I'll and then I smoke. I'll get the initial oh shit, this I forgot what this feels like cough, and then and then for like about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm like, I feel like I'm floating in space, like I'm wearing a like an astronaut suit, and I'm doing a spacewalk out of the shuttle, you know, out of the International Space Station, just kind of like, oh yeah. Yeah, right on. This is cool. This is cool.
Yep.
Then it comes down and then I smoke a little more and it kind of evens up. But then I'll get that accidental cough and they're like, and then the next thing I know, oh, I'm back in Star Trek. It's great.
Exactly.
I know about the cough. Some coughs are bad, but that cough is good. When you get the nice head high cough. So what video games you play today?
Just Assassin's Creed. I want to play the Grounded game, but I can't play it by myself because it scares me. So I'm waiting for friends to come play with me.
So that's the one where you're like teeny tiny, right? And everything is big.
Yeah, imagine the yard scene in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and that's the whole entire video game. It's just an open sandbox world of you being tiny and fighting off giant bugs. Ugh, it's the worst.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You know, I've never seen that movie. I've never seen Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Oh no.
No.
Have you seen Honey, I Blew Up the Kid?
Never seen any of the Honey movies.
Oh no.
I've seen the Honeymooners, but that's not the same. They were regular size. They weren't shrunken. At least I don't think.
Movie. They're good movies. It's just about a crazy scientist dad who gets it really involved in his science, and the kids go up there and mess with it in the attic, and it's a machine that turns things really small, and they turn themselves really small. And then, so they got to figure out a way to get back big.
Who's the Rick Moranis? Yeah, I'm a big fan of Rick Moranis, so I liked him in Ghostbusters.
Yes.
When he was the gatekeeper. No, wait, was he the gatekeeper? Was he the key master? I can't remember.
I don't know. Ooh, my girl's on.
Yay! Porn bots showed up. Woo! Say, they know when you're on, Jimmy.
I know. And Gamer's not here to stop them. I'm so excited right now.
No, Les Bones put the kibosh on him. So thanks, Les Bones.
Well, I was gonna get hot pictures of her sister though.
69XXX.fun. Ladies, Candy's on the main stage. Be sure to get your dollars out. Be sure to tip her well tonight. Come on, guys. It's 2-for-1 drink specials. We were talking about
love with sister.
Ed said who had 14 minutes on the porn bot pool, right? Yeah, I know, right? You can't. Yeah, because the first 15 minutes is music. So now that we're into it, yeah. So I did not have 14 minutes. We were talking before, huh?
They like me.
They do. They come here for you. There was no porn bots on last night when I was riding solo. So that's a science experiment. We have proven that you draw out the porn bots. So thank you for that.
You're welcome.
We were talking before the show about strip club DJs, and Jimmy was a strip club DJ too, right? You were like the Swiss Army knife of strip clubs, right? You did everything, didn't you?
Yeah, we had like a lack of management, so they needed somebody who was smart enough to do it. So
what was some of the things you would say as a strip club DJ, like when you were announcing who was coming on stage? How would you do it?
It would be like, coming up to the stage next, we have the very sexy Violet. You want to get up here and show her some love. We're the only strip club in town. Give her, or I don't even know now. We're open Monday through Sunday, 7 days a week. You know, get up here and check her out. Shit like that, but like in a low sexy, like wispy voice.
Ooh, wispy.
Yeah. You just try different
um
things because you got a microphone in your mouth.
Oh yeah, right. It was always overmodulated. Like, that's right. We're gonna have candies going up to the main stage. Everybody, we're open Monday through Friday. Be sure to check out the buffet too. I knew people.
Exactly.
I knew there was like we had strip clubs that had buffets, and I knew people that would just come to the strip club just for the buffet. Because we it was like I was when I was working in TV, we had a strip club, one strip club, out on the highway. Where you know, of course, it has to be, you know, away from everything, and yeah, and they had a buffet, and that food was pretty good too. You know, sometimes we took one of our buddies. He just turned 21, and we took him to the strip club. You know, and he did the whole thing. He was sitting there at the stage. You know, he's throwing $1 bills out and stuff. Very, very respectful. You know, we were very respectful people at the strip club. You know, we're not bad people at all. We love the girls there, but they had the buffet there, and it was pretty cheap, and it was really good too. You know, so you're sitting there eating chicken wings while, you know, you're seeing, like, you know, booty and titties. You know, it's like you thought you died and went to heaven.
Yeah, I love the food at strip clubs. They always had really good food. I had my own burger at the place I worked at because I was there for so long, and I always ate like the same thing over and over again. They ended up giving me my own burger there, and it even answers Les Bone's question of if I had a stripper name, and yes, I did. It was Scarlet, like the color Scarlet. And I had my own burger, and it was called a Scarlet Burger. It was just like a regular burger with an egg and chili. So it was like a chili breakfast burger.
Ooh,
That
that sounds delicious.
Yeah.
I think my stripper name would be Oliver Close Off. So, you know, here comes Oliver to the main stage. Be sure to stick around for the next dancer. Oliver's only going to be up there for about 30 seconds because we know you don't want to see man boobs. But Oliver kind of has us over a barrel. He kind of blackmailed us, so we have to give him at least 30 seconds on stage. So Oliver, close off, everybody.
That's right. That's pretty awesome.
I would not do that. I don't. If I had the body to do it, if I had to be a male stripper, I probably still wouldn't do it. I don't know. It's just, I have, it's not a moral thing. It's just, I know my body, and I think, I just always think my body is just like, it's a good thing I have clothes on. So, you know.
It doesn't matter what your body looks like, as long as you have rhythm. That's a lot of the problems that I dealt with girls in dance clubs, is they can look hot as shit, but if you look like you're having a seizure on stage, it's not really the job for you. You need to find another job or go to some dance class where you learn some rhythm. It's bad. It was bad.
I would probably do like, what's his name from Saturday Night Live? What was Chris Farley? I'd probably be like, dun, 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 he's a maniac, and I'd just like probably just end up doing the robot and shit, and you know, people somehow people would start throwing like lettuce and tomatoes at me, like who brings vegetables to a strip club? But okay, all right, fine, you know,
no.
So I couldn't. I was gonna say. Tonight, because it's a little warm here on the East Coast, or at least up here in the Northeast, I almost pulled a Nay's Garden and did the show with my shirt off.
Oh,
but
no.
It started getting a little cooler, and then I started getting a little sauce in me. So, and I kind of, when I drink beer, it kind of cool down a little bit. So right now everything's fine. So thank alcohol for saving you from blindness, from all that whiteness.
Oh.
Kelly says, Brandy, we would have a girls' night at the strip club, and they were all very nice to the men, even those that didn't look that good.
Yeah. A
Willie
20 is
says
a
it.
20. I don't give a fuck. I liked
Yeah,
when the
so,
women came in. Those are
I
my
know, right?
favorites. They're wild. Women are so wild and touchy and grabby and like talkative and oh my gosh, like I couldn't even imagine having to be a male stripper. Like at least with men, they I mean they don't hold their ground and there are some jerky men, but a majority of them are really respectful and don't cross lines. But women, whoo, there's no holding back. They don't give a fuck. It's so great.
Willie says it's not a moral thing with me either, but I couldn't do that either in spite of losing 40 pounds since March. Hey man, you're hot. All right. And I say that as a very, very straight person. Okay. You are one handsome fellow. So, you keep on losing that weight, keep on feeling good about yourself, brother. But I'm with you, right? The shirt stays on. It's it's not it's not coming off anytime soon.
Come on.
Although during the summer, all right, so I have to take a break during the summer because I don't have air conditioning, right? So from a technical standpoint, I do not want to. I'm kind of rolling the dice as it is with this system. Like I've got like a whole bunch of windows open and stuff like that. So you don't want to add on like 80 and 90 degree humid heat to a computer, right? And but even if I could run the computer, I would probably have to do a show shirtless because it's just like during the summer when I'm in here by myself, it's just me and tidy whities and that's it. And I have nothing to do with clothes during the summertime. So now we're getting a nice breeze in here. Oh, so nice. It just feels so good right now. Earlier though, it was like super muggy and I was sweating and it was just yeah, it was terrible. What's up, Anthony? Yes, Willie sexy as fuck confirmed. Yes, he is. I applaud anybody that can lose weight like that. I kind of fluctuate. I do. I think my maximum, the largest I was, I think I got up to around 275, 280. I mean, I'm 6'4", but I didn't carry the weight well, and it was just I'd rather be, if I can get down to like around 190. Which I do look kind of skinny when I'm like 190. Like I have my Southern family and friends. You can't be skinny in this. If you're skinny in the South, it's because you're probably on crystal, right? You're probably just like hepped up on something where you're just like, you're running around. You got like one tooth, that kind of thing. But if you're skinny, like you actually like you're eating healthy and you slim down and you're like at a weight where you feel comfortable, like around 190, I feel like really comfortable. I feel light. I can just, I can move around and like, I can go all kinds of places, do all kinds of physical stuff. And I feel great. But you talk to the Southern peeps and they go, what is wrong with you? Are you sick? What? Do you have a tapeworm? What's wrong with you? Are you smoking that crystal? No, I'm just being healthy. I like being this. You look like you're about to die. You look like a skeleton. You know that, right? Like, well, fuck off, man. This is my body. I like feeling this way, all right? I don't care if I look like Skeletor. It feels good. That kind of thing. So they want you to eat down there. If you're not rolling around in a hover round down south, then you are doing something wrong. Then you are on your deathbed. You are ready to push daisies at that point. They think you're about to die. So,
yep.
But you got to be big. You got to be big bones.
That's what my family tells me all the time.
They say you have big bones.
No, they say I need to get big.
Right? And what do you tell them? No.
I stay small. I just don't say anything. I call my sister a fat bitch when she calls me.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm easily, well, I have two older sisters, and there was a time when they were a little bit overweight, but now they're pretty skinny themselves. But you know, and I've dropped some weight probably in the last couple months. I think I've dropped like about 20-30 pounds, something like that. So been trying to eat more vegetables. I eat a lot of rice and vegetables, and I don't drink the adult beverages anymore, although I'm having one tonight. This is the first beer I've had probably like a couple of months, I think. So, and I don't drink sodas or anything like that anymore. You know. Kelly says, who doesn't love a plumping?
I'm
Right,
trying. I try. I try so hard. I figured out a way to trick my brain into eating different things more often, but I still get that fear of I'm a 90s kid. Being overweight was not fun. So, that post-traumatic stress syndrome of wanting to stay skinny because I grew up in the 90s.
yeah, it's I mean, and it's a lot to carry. Like, I'm telling you, like 275, that's a lot of weight to carry, right? Although it did save me. I was up in Connecticut with some friends a few years back, and they were trying to get me to get on the zip line, right? And you know, the zip line, you're like high up in the air, right? You climb up this thing, you're in this, and it's mounted to a tree. It may or may not be solid. It's kind of like the county fair and those rides. You know, you don't really trust the carnies. You don't know if that shit's gonna like fly off and kill, like, tens of kids. But so I was like, man, I really don't want to do it, but I don't want to look weak, right? Because I'm a grown ass man. And so I get up there, and I notice there's a sign that says there's a weight limit of 275 for the zip line. I'm like, oh yeah. And I said, hey, Mr. Zipline conductor. I don't know what their official titles are, but I said, I'm like around, I kind of fudged a little bit. I said, I'm around 280. You think this is a good idea for me to get on this thing? And he goes, well, I don't, the weight limit is 275. But I mean, you look like, I said, oh, well, you said 275. Okay, well, and then I scurried down the stairs and said, yeah, dude said I had too fat to ride the carnival ride. And so what turned out was, like, my buddies went, and then to get to the other side, because it's a zip line, so it's like a fur piece down it was like two zip lines, so you zip it down to one place, and then you get on and you zip down to the other. So my friends are down there, they had all zipped down, and they're taking their gear off and stuff, and I'm rolling up with dude in this golf cart. I'm just like, hey everybody. They're like, why did you do the zip line? I said, I'm fat. My rap name is Too Fat. So
That's right.
yeah,
I get to get out of scary rides because of the height requirement.
Oh, you shorty. I got out of I got out of one because I was too tall. I was in I think it was a California Adventure, right? Maybe it was California Adventure. I think so. And they had some sort of like I think it was a Green Goblin ride or something. And you got in this little chair thing, and I think the height limit was like 6'2" or something. And, I'm 6'4", so I was like, so I had to wait while my friends rode it. And but that's kind of a kind of a like, I'm too fucking giant to ride your little kitty ride. And but that's kind of sad though. You're too tiny. You're so
Not
tiny.
anymore. I mean, I don't know. I'd have to go to new theme parks. Most of them I can ride now, but when I was younger, I would get out of it on purpose. Like, oh, yeah, I'm too short. I can't get on. Some rides used to scare the shit out of me. So no, thank you.
I rode, I can't remember what it was called, but we went to, what was that? We went to Magic Mountain, right? The, what is that? Six Flags Magic Mountain. Okay. So, and this was like around 2003, I think. Me and my buddy had just moved to LA, and we went to California Adventure, and we rode this roller coaster that was, and I hadn't ridden a roller coaster in like 20 years, right?
And then you go to Six Flags.
So I go to Six Flags, and I can't even remember the last roller coaster I'd ridden on. I think it was something in New Orleans, and then it ended up getting flooded out and turned into a haunted ghost town in New Orleans. So I think it was the Six Flags too. But anyway, so and my buddy, so it's the thing, you wait like 2 hours in line and you get on the ride. And I can't remember what it was called. It was called the Extreme One. There was like a couple of rides called Extreme.
X1, yeah, where you would lay down and it would flip on the side while the roller coaster was going.
I think so, yeah. So of course I took off my glasses. I secured everything. And you're going up the thing, tick, 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 tick. That's okay. I'm sure this is going to be fun. Hey, Yona, what's going on, brother? And so tick, 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 going up. And the first time, and then we got over the thing, and I said, okay, here we go. I don't know if hell really exists, but I do have a good idea of what the apocalypse looks like, and it was that ride. So half of the ride I had my eyes closed, and then and when I opened my eyes, it looked like the world was ending. Like everything was shaking. We were upside down. I heard the screaming and the gnashing of teeth. And just like I even thought I saw like hell flames for a second, and we do the thing, and I'm screaming, I'm basically yeah, so I'm like the whole time, and we get to the end, and you think, okay, this guy he's had a heart attack, he's ready to die, and I got off the thing, and I was like, oh, we got to do that shit again. And it was so much fun, and we did, and we got on it again, but I had my eyes open the whole time, and then same thing, it looked like the apocalypse, like the world was going to hell, and it was just great, man. It was just like so much fun. I really enjoyed it.
I've gone there so many times that any new ride that happens or that opens up there, I'll just go on it over and over and over again, multiple times. Superman, Ninja, I've gone on all of them a bazillion times. I love every single ride that has gone there and that is left from there. That place is still amazing. I mean, they even fucking ride there's a Colossus that's a wooden ride that's been there forever. They ride it backwards during Halloween. It's so much fun. It's such a fucking blast still. I just went there a few years ago. Weed people out here, they make it so hard to like be able to even like bring pens in there, because you're like, it's a pen, it's for cigarettes, and there's like a weed symbol on there. Like, no, sorry, you can't bring that in. Like, fuck, damn it, I almost had it.
Do they have like metal detectors and shit like that? I mean, you couldn't just like slip in. Yeah. Oh, is that what it is? Okay.
And they go through your backpacks and everything.
I would totally want to. Yeah. Well, then in that case, you'd have to totally hotbox it in the car before you went in, But even then, it's like after a while, you want a little pick me up, and you can't do that in the park, which I think that's just ridiculous. Especially, it's like legal there, right? Why can't you bring weed into the amusement park? I don't understand that.
They don't even allow smoking. I think it's the whole smoking thing.
Well, that's where edibles come in. That's where edibles are your friend. So, cause I mean, you know, what are they going to do? Like, oh, this is candy. This is my candy. You know, they go, oh, okay, fine. Because they're going to bring snacks in. Can you bring snacks into the park?
No, but you can leave them in your car and go back out to your car and eat.
But you can put them in a plastic bag and put them in your pocket, and then they won't go through the, when you go through the metal detector, it won't go off, right? You have
Possibly.
Little ding, ding, dang, ding, dang, 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 ding, ding, ding. That's how I do it. You know what I do? I put it in my, I put it in my butt crack. That's what I do. I do it. I put it in my prison. I put it in my prison wallet. You know what I mean?
That's right.
That's how I do it. Kelly says, Jimmy, I have a Snuggly that looks exactly like your couch cover, and the stars and moons all glow in the dark. So
yeah, it's a robe actually. I just have it on upside down, covering up the ugly cushions. So, but yeah, they glow in the dark too. It's a robe, like a bathrobe.
She called it a Snuggly.
I love Snuggies. They're great.
I do too. I wish I could wear one everywhere. I'd wear it to the store. I'd do that. I'd just be like, oh, I'm wrapped in comfort. But I need cereal. I gotta go get cereal. Oh, there's cereal. But I'm wrapped in comfort. When I moved to New York, I went to Coney Island, and Coney Island is weak. It really is. I'm sure back in the day, like in the 40s, Coney Island was the shit. And I've seen videos of Coney Island back in the day, and they had all kinds of cool stuff. It was like a true circus type atmosphere with the freak shows and stuff like that, and the side shows and everything. And they still do side shows to a certain extent, but it's not the same. But they have the Cyclone, which is like this 100-year-old roller coaster, and it's wooden. And whenever you hit the valleys, you're coming down, and it's like you hit the bottom, and it's like boom, and you feel it in your back. You're like, man, this is just torture. Why didn't they just have like one of those racks that stretch you? They're gonna just like torture you like that. But I do like Coney Island. It's right on the beach, and it's great. I love being. I'm like you. I can't stand being in the water as far as like the ocean, because you don't know what's in the ocean. But I like being near the ocean. You know, I like being able to see the ocean and just, you know, take in the majesty of the water, right? Like when the first time I ever went to California, I was visiting a friend up in Eureka, up in the northern part of the state. And the first time I'd ever seen the Pacific Ocean, and it was the way it looked like, so it was a very overcast day. I mean, rained the whole week, you know, of course. But hey gamer, what's going on, brother? So, but it was like overcast, but when you looked out at the ocean, it looked like the way the clouds were formed, it kind of looked like the ocean was in a giant studio, right? Because it kind of looked like the clouds kind of made it look like a roof, and it kind of looked like there was a back wall kind of thing. And we were up on these high cliffs, and you know, just looking, and you know, it's the Pacific, like the northern Pacific there, and it's just the waves were crashing on the rocks, and it just the whole ocean just looked alive, and it was just I was just struck with so much awe from it that I was just very humbled. Like, you know, like I had so much respect for the ocean. I said, fuck no, I'm not getting in it. That's for sure. But I can look at it and I could appreciate it. But you go to the Atlantic, I think maybe if you go up north, like maybe to Maine or something like that, you probably get kind of that same feel with the northern Atlantic. But around here, it's very, you know, it's somewhat calm. You know, it's almost kind of like the Mississippi Gulf Coast when you go down the Gulf of Mexico there. The waters. You don't really get those kind of waves and stuff because you have those barrier islands in the south that kind of keep like, you know, really big waves from coming in. And it really helps when hurricanes come through. So they hit those islands and it kind of slows down the storm, it kind of weakens it, that sort of thing. So you've never been in a hurricane, have you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, they don't really have, although they did have a hurricane in Baja California, down in Mexico, like maybe earlier
they had
this
a
summer.
hurricane like a couple of weeks ago, and we got the outside tail end of it. So, but I've never like seen a hurricane tunnel or anything.
A hurricane tunnel? Like
yeah, you know, like the tunnel spout.
Right. Well, you don't really see that because it's so big. Like I mean, if you're one of these storm chasers and you're flying over it, you kind of see, because it's usually like the eye of a hurricane is like miles wide, right? So you don't really see, it's not like a tornado or a water spout where you actually see the actual funnel because it's so huge, right? But when you're flying over it, I've never flown over it, but I knew some guys who were storm chasers that would do that kind of stuff, and they'd fly over. But it's so weird. Like, okay, so I've been through several hurricanes, big and small, when I was living on the Gulf Coast, and they would come through. You get like wind and you would get tornadoes from the winds that were kicking up, depending on how powerful the storm was. Like, you know, if you get like a category 4 hitting the mainland, you're going to have some pretty high winds, you know, probably like around 100 and something miles an hour. And then, because I've been in situations where the eye of the storm passed over, right? So you get all this crazy wind and rain and stuff like that, and then all of a sudden it's calm. You think it's over. It's like all peaceful and stuff, right? Because there's nothing in the middle. Right? And you're like, but everything kind of looks weird, right? It's just like you see the cloud, you see the eye wall in the distance, and it just looks like a dark cloud, and you know, and then it gets closer and closer and closer, and then the other part of the hurricane comes through, and then all hell breaks loose again. So we've been in a situation, I think it was 79 when I was 10 years old. One of the worst ones I've been through was Hurricane Frederick, and it, like, we had a lot of pine trees in the area, and almost all of them were just knocked down in the roads. We were out of power for like 3 weeks. It took them about a week to clear the roads. It was crazy. We had this huge shed that looked like you know, like somebody taking a bulldozer and just pushed it like 6 feet to the I'm amazed it didn't flip over, but there was so much wind that hit. But the thing was, we had a tin roof too. You would think like, oh, all that tin was gone. We had like a little corner of the roof where the tin was up, but like the rest of the house, man, my dad built that house, and it was made out of like green pine, which might as well be concrete. And it was just, it was a miracle that we survived that hurricane. But the house was so sturdy that it did nothing happen. But that shed in the back, that's what really freaked us out. We went out back and we were like, the fuck moved this shit? You know? But it was crazy. You never been like in a tornado or anything like that either, have you?
No.
Oh, tornadoes. Ooh.
Scary.
Okay. So when I lived in North Mississippi, and we had basically the ass end of Tornado Alley, right? You know, you start off in Oklahoma and it makes its way through Arkansas, Tennessee, Mississippi, parts of Texas. And So you have tornadoes, but you also have straight line winds, right? So which basically it has the same wind force as a tornado, but it's not a funnel. It's just powerful straight winds. And it just when I was living up there, I remember I was renting this little house, and all of a sudden I was in the house. All of a sudden you heard the shit outside, this all the crazy wind. The power went out briefly. The house started shaking like it was in an earthquake, right? And then it stopped, and the power came back on. And I walked outside, and I got to the street, and I looked to the left, and nothing was damaged. You know, maybe just like a few tree branches in the street, you know, but nothing crazy. But I looked to the right, and everything was fucked up. There was like a college next door, and there was like houses with roofs off in the street, just shit just all over the place. It was crazy. And so I was working at a TV station at the time, right? So I got to go up in a plane and get a bird's eye view of the path of destruction. And it looked like somebody just taken a giant lawnmower and just went through there. And it was just the craziest shit I'd ever seen. So, but I'm like a super freak when it comes to like weather stuff. Anytime I see that there's going to be a hurricane coming through, I'll get on YouTube and see which TV stations are like showing radars and stuff like that. I'm just fascinated with that kind of stuff. Brandy knows. She lives in Northwest Arkansas, and she grew up with tornadoes too. Yeah. So we didn't get too many down on the Gulf Coast. Like I said, we mostly got hurricanes down there, but you know.
I obsessively watched Twister, if that works, if that counts.
Do you ever see those people that chase tornadoes? Like they'll you know, they got like these vans, and you got all the like this like radar equipment and shit on there, and they're like going towards the tornado. Like, are you high?
I wanted to be one when I was younger, but I grew up and then gained a fear. I was like, never mind.
Yeah, when you get through a tornado or a hurricane and live to tell the tale, you really don't want to go after those things. Hey, right. Skip Gilbert in the chat. Hello, Skip. Good to see you and welcome. If you haven't liked and shared and subscribed to this channel, shame on you. A pox upon your house. No, I'm kidding. If you wouldn't mind doing that, that would be sweet. We appreciate it. We're also on Rockfin and Rumble tonight as well. That's in the pinned comment above. So if you feel funky about YouTube, hop over on Rockfin or Rumble and say howdy. You know, they're good people over there too. So, but yeah, but I'm always I kind of want to do that. I kind of want to get in those vans and chase after tornadoes and stuff like that. You know, I want to do I don't know if I'm just crazy, I guess. I'm like white boy crazy. I want to like get inside a tornado and see what it's like, you know, just like, you know, do you end up with the cows, you know, meh, you know, is it a Sharknado? Are there sharks in there? You know, what, you don't think there's sharks in there?
Well, there was, you know, sharks that came on land after that hurricane recently. So
that was a Sharknado. Sharknadoes are real. That was a documentary, by the way, the Sharknado. So the other movies, those were shitty knockoffs, but the first one, that was definitely a documentary. So Kelly says there are many people that want to be storm chasers. At least it's not a day in a cubicle. Yeah, I mean you're kind of playing with your life when you do those things. I don't know. Maybe we can pull up something. You can watch a little. Would you like to? Oh, you know what we haven't done yet, Jimmy? I totally forgot about this. We forgot to do. Or I forgot to do the chicken check-in. We got to check in with our we got to check in with our peeps. You get it, peeps, because they peep, 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 peep.
Chicken.
They're all huddled together. We got a few downstairs. Just kind of, I think they know that we show them now. So now a couple of them are posing down there. They're showing that sweet, sweet chicken ass. So yeah, check out Chicken City on YouTube. That's where we have no idea where they're from, but you know, it's nice to check in with the chickens and say howdy or cock-a-doodle-doo. You ever had chickens?
No, my neighbors do.
Do you go visit those chickens and say hi? How are you?
I'm scared of them.
Chickens are very friendly. Well, the roosters are the ones you got to be worried about because they'll go after you. You know, they're assholes. But the hens are very sweet. Skip
they have
says,
very
"Hey,
big beaks and it's sharp."
yeah, it's the roosters that do the attack, and the hens are just very chill. You know, I used to put them on my shoulder and pretend I was a pirate. Yes, Skip, I did work at Borders about 15 years ago. So I worked in Glendale, and I worked at the Sunset and Vine store over there by Amoeba Records. So you know, it was a fun time. But we didn't have any chickens, nor did we have tornadoes in Hollywood. No. I don't think so. But it was, yeah, I definitely wanted to be a storm chaser. Like I said, I was kind of a weather nerd. I would hang out with meteorologists and stuff like that. And, you know, it was, those cats are fascinating. It's like whenever there's nice weather, they're really kind of boring. But if there's like some bad weather going on, oh yeah, those guys are crazy.
Sounds fun.
Let's see. So this one is tornado footage from Andover, Kansas. I'm not quite sure when this was, but I don't know. I don't think we need the sound for this, or maybe we do. I don't know. Fuck it. I'm drunk.
Do you know this Skip person in real life?
Do you remember me? I had a lazy eye and a gimpy leg. My nickname was Peg. I believe so, but you have to remember, Skip, I am a pothead, so my memory is very, very weak. But I did don't remember Peg. That's interesting. But I'm sure once the show is over, I'll be, oh yeah, Peg. I remember Peg.
Seth's brother.
Seth's brother. Oh, it's Seth. Oh, okay, I know who you are. How you doing, man? Why do you fuck with me, man? I'm drinking tonight too. Okay. No, Seth's a good person. But this is okay, so this is from Kansas, not the classic rock band. But yeah, check this out. Holy shnikes. Look at that shit.
Oh my god. That's a fire NATO.
Right? Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. Like the oh, we should look at that too. Those things that's like something out of hell. Hey, hey Seth, we got fans of Phat Patsy in the house. So
Phat Patsy's awesome.
We played some Phat Patsy before the show started. So Seth is an awesome musician, good vocalist too. Look at that shit, man. That's crazy. So
It's beautiful.
let's let me see if I can find Fire Tornado. That should be easy to find. So like with all those forest fire, yeah, I typed in fire and the first thing that came up was Fire Tornado. That is crazy. So if you don't think there's a hell, kids, guess what? There probably is. And it probably looks a little something like this, I say, as I'm stalling. Let's see. Okay. I'm not quite sure where this is, but holy shit. Okay, the car fire. Do you remember the car fire?
Yeah, because there was really high winds. And because there was like hillsides, yep, it just did it.
That is crazy. Yeah, there's a lot of tornadoes in Texas too. Seth, you guys are in Texas now? I thought you guys were in Tennessee. You guys move? Texas is okay. That's just crazy. Yeah, those fires out there. Oh, El Paso. Yeah. Okay.
They get pretty brutal out here.
Look at that shit. That's how, I mean, just zoop. That just looks like something out of hell.
I know.
That is nuts. But speaking of Texas, I went out there when I worked at Borders. I got to be one of these people that would go help open stores across the country. And one of the places we went to Dallas, Fort Worth area. We were in Arlington, I believe, and we opened a store there. And we were there for a month. And I swear to God, I saw every type of weather you can think of in Texas. Okay, it was at one point it was hot. I think we went in the spring. Can't remember spring. It may have been late. It may have been early fall. I can't remember. But it was hot, and then it got cold. There was rain. There was tornadoes. There was snow. I mean, it just ran the gamut of fucking weather patterns out there. And I said, damn, everything is bigger in Texas, including the weather. It's just, you ever been to Texas?
Yeah.
Yeah.
During the winter time like that too, and it's brutal.
Well, I mean, Texas is so huge. Like you have North Texas is like totally different from like on the border Texas, right? You got a little bit more of a desert climate in the southern part of the state, but then you get up to, towards Oklahoma and Arkansas around those parts. And, it's like totally crazy weather up there. Yeah, man, four seasons in one day. It was like 6 seasons in 1 month. It was a crazy shit. I tell you though, I got ripped up in Texas. That was the thing. Like when you open a store for Borders at the time, it was great. So they fly you out, right? They put you up in like a Comfort Inn, which is basically, it's like a hotel room, but it kind of looks like a 1-bedroom apartment. It's got a little kitchenette and everything like that. And they give you a stipend, so you can buy food and stuff like that. And so the first thing I did, we went to the store and I bought like a case of beer and put it in the fridge because I knew, because it's long days. Like you're unloading trucks full of books, and then you got to put certain books in certain areas that's going to be shelved in that area, you know, and then you got to shelve the stuff, and it's a lot of physical labor. So at the end of the day, we would all go out and have like a huge meal. They would go all out. We'd go to like some big steak place in Texas and just like feast on these steaks and, you know, like baked potatoes and just like all this, like we were like Vikings, you know, just with turkey legs. You know, bring me one of my wives, you know, that kind of thing. And a lot of booze. So the thing was, the rule was you could have 2 alcoholic drinks. You could have 2 alcoholic drinks with your dinner, right? But they didn't say how big the drinks could be. So we ordered 2 pitchers of beer apiece. And we're like, oh, there's never enough. There's never enough. You know, we got really hammered on that trip, but it was so much fun. But I enjoyed that. And we went to Indianapolis too, to open a store, and it was great. Okay. So we're at this restaurant. I'm sorry. I'm giving you a break because I know you talk 20 hours a week, so I'm like telling you all these stories. I gotta get these stories out. What's up, Oz? Good to see you, brother. So we go to Indianapolis, right? And we're eating dinner at this restaurant, and I gotta go. I gotta go drain the main vein. So I go to the little boys' room and I go in there and I look on the wall as there. So there's always like the urinals, and there's always like some sign above the urinals, like advertising something. And I'm taking a leak and I look up and it says cornholing on Wednesday nights. What?
What?
Cornholing. So,
Okay.
of course, I'm thinking in my brain, okay, this is like some prison shit, right? Because I don't know what it is. And I go out back to the table, and I say, you won't believe what I just saw in the bathroom. They're advertising cornholing in the bathroom, and and so of course the Snickers that, you know, what the hell's that? And then the nice waiter came up to the table. And everybody was too shy to ask him. And I said, fuck it, I'm going to ask him. I said, I had a few beers. I was pretty loose. I said, hey dude, I'm not trying to get personal with you, but, what the hell's cornholing? And he said, oh, yeah, it's like, you take this bean bag and you throw it at a board with a hole in it and you try to throw it in the hole. I said, oh. It's a game. It's a game. And I said, I thought it was something else. And he goes, oh, what you think it was? I said, nah, you don't want to know. You don't want to go there, buddy. We just met. You seem like a nice person. You seem pretty clean and unadulterated. So we're just cool. It's a contest, right? Yeah, we have a cornholing contest. I was like, you compete?
Good Lord.
How do you know who wins? Right. So
They could have a better name for it.
Cornhole. Yeah, it's called cornhole. Right. I think you know what? I think there is. I think that the OG cornholing, it was maybe there was corn in a bag, or you threw like a corn cob into a hole, maybe, you know. But people said, you know, we're wasting corn by using it in a game, so let's like have sacks of it.
Got it.
Sacks and sacks. Kelly says, I totally would have bought a Kama Sutra from Warren at Borders back in the day with personal advice. I wrote the Kama Sutra. I know all that shit. I know how to, it's like I played Twister when I was a kid, so I know all that stuff. Wait, what?
Nice.
I got nothing. We managed to kill an hour. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. We're only halfway done. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, I guess we're halfway done. Yeah.
Yeah, kinda. But anyway, so what's been going on with you, lady? How have you been? How's life on the mountain?
Same shit, different day. Got new neighbors. Trying to get to know them. They're quiet, but they're nice. So that's about it. My other neighbor over there has been getting drunk a lot. So I actually I was out here the other night and I was just trying to be in silence, just trying to chill out for a minute. And I hear Katy Perry blasting over there. And it's some old man. Like, he watches like the Trump rallies and stuff. But he was listening to Katy Perry, and I heard him throwing up over his balcony, which is like the most hilarious thing ever. I guess he got so drunk that he was throwing up listening to Katy Perry. So you can't top that. Other than that, that's about all that's going on. We got some snow on Wednesday.
I want to hear more about
which is nice.
I want to hear more about the guy throwing up to Kate. He was drunk, right? He wasn't throwing up because he was listening to Katy Perry, right?
No. He's definitely drunk. He's been getting drunk a lot. I guess he's losing his house, so he's been drinking all the time. And he just gets so drunk to where he throws up every night.
Oh shit. You know what? Tonight is daylight savings.
It is.
Yeah, we gain an extra hour. We're not going to be on an extra hour. We're not. That ain't happening. I'm going to tell you that right now. Them batteries is going to run out in about 45 minutes. I'm going to tell you that right now. I love all y'all, but I love sleeping too. So, but yeah, so like in 37 minutes, that's cool. I've never seen daylight saving, like actually where the clock stays, right? So when it hits, I think when it hits 2 o'clock, it goes back to 1 o'clock, or does it happen when it hits 3 and it goes back to 2?
It should do the 1.
It should do a 1. Yeah, you West Coasters, you got a little while. You got 3.5 hours before that shit happens. But over here on the least coast, we got like 37 minutes. So we'll get to see that. I'll get to see that actually. And on the thing, wait a minute, you have to point down on the clock down there where it says 1:24 a.m. We'll see here in about 36 minutes if magic happens, and it may just fuck up the whole computer, and then it may end the show for us. So I'm a little drunk, just a smidge. I'm a little buzzed, so I'm slurring a little bit, and yeah, I'm kind of fucked up.
No, I'm excited. I can't wait to see it. It's like Y22K all over again.
Seth, it's good to see you, brother. Oh, you know what? Hang on just a second. So, before you go, Seth, I want to promote you just a smidge here. Give me just a second, y'all. Please, and thank you very much. Let me see. Let's see. So, Seth, who was originally Phat Patsy, is now Desolate Visions, is the name of his band. And check out his music on Bandcamp, if I could say it. So it's in the chat right there. Check out his music. We played some last night. It's an excellent album, brother. It is really, really good. I am like a super fan of that. I liked Phat Patsy, and I like Desolate Visions too. It's great music, and you know, we're here to help each other. Shout out everybody, especially the talent that we have in the space, and our buddies in the space too as well. So yeah, definitely check him out and tell Christy I said hi. I love her, and the pups too. You know, I miss the pups. Fappy Tweed's good too, but they're no longer together. Fappy, the Hamburger Hobos, they're both broke up too. So yeah, shout out to Seth. Get some yes, give her a big hug for me, Seth. And love you, brother. Come back and see us anytime. We do this on Friday and Saturday nights too. So, you know, come hang out. There's a lot of love in the chat, you know. Everybody's cool. So speaking of music, so our buddy Yona has some music, and we were gonna play it last night, but you decided to go AWOL on us, and you made children cry.
That's what I'm good for.
Yeah, let the little bastards. I like to go up to them and put a jar right up to their eyes and go, oh, more. It's only half full.
Fuck them kids.
Yeah. So we were gonna. Well, you were originally gonna play Yona's stuff on your show, and then you said, well, I'll play it tonight, and then you fell ill last night and you couldn't come on last night. So tonight we're going to do it. If that is all right with you, young lady.
Yes, please.
Let me see here. So check out, I'll put the link in the chat here too for Yona, for his channel. Check him out on, he's on YouTube, but he's also on Rumble as well. So check out his videos on there. Give him a like and a or I guess they call them rumbles. Give him a rumble and a subscribe. And this one is Apex, the Many Yonas remix. So let me get this set up real quick. And we will listen to it soon as I get my shit together. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have laughed. That was inappropriate. Okay, so see here. Let me move this out of the way. I think this is full screen. Okay, yeah, that's full screen. Okay, so this is Yona. Check him out.
Yay.
At the apex again. Flying high again. Reality sinking in, much to my chagrin. Waiting for the weekend. Clocked out, tires spin. Boots off again, sheets to the wind. Such cost have I lost my only constant friend. Finally digging in, legs again. Boots off again, sheets to the wind. Such cost have I lost, my only constant friend. Reality sinking in, much to my chagrin. Waiting for the weekend to clock out, let the tires spin.
That was awesome.
That
Good
was
job,
really
Yona.
pretty.
Yona is like a really good pianist.
She is.
I'm just a good peer. And I will be peeing after having these beers tonight.
I know. I'm surprised you haven't had to go pee yet. Usually, like, break the seals at the beginning.
When you have to go pee and you can't
That's it.
find a place to do it, you're in trouble. You're in trouble.
Urine.
Get your hand off my penis!
That's right. Get your hand off my penis. It's full of pee.
That's right.
Hey, VS Adams here. What's up? What's going on? Got all the fam in here tonight. So I feel really good when everybody shows up like this. It's kind of like a little hangout. I remember the days back when I lived down south. There wasn't really much to do. You didn't really want to spend a lot of money on like going to get boozed out. So usually you went to somebody's house and smoked out, maybe, you know, brought over a case of beer or something like that. You know, and just chilled out. Somebody, and then inevitably someone would pull out a guitar and start playing. That was the first time I had ever heard the bluegrass version of Gin and Juice, which is really good. Yeah, it's got like, you know, it's got fiddles and, you know, and banjos. And it's just like, was it I don't know the lyrics because I'm too white, but it was sipping on gin and juice, laid back with my mind on my money and my money on my mind. But there's a group called Hayseed Dixie. If you've never heard of Hayseed Dixie and you want to hear bluegrass covers of a lot of, like, they do a lot of like rock covers and stuff like that. They do a version of Back in Black. I think they do Stairway to Heaven. I mean, just like all these songs, but they'll also do like some rap songs too. So they'll do like Gin and Juice. And it's really well done. I mean, it's just, if you're looking for kind of eclectic music like that, it's totally good. Hey, is that Daisy?
Lady, yeah.
I mean,
lady.
who the fuck's Daisy?
I don't know.
I'm drunker than Cooter Brown.
That's right.
I don't know what I'm saying. No, you know what? A buddy of mine in Burbank, he had a dog named Daisy. She was a sweetheart. She was like she was like one of those red, long-haired big dogs, like a retriever, I think, but not like a golden retriever, but it was like I can't remember. Maybe it was a Labrador or something. I don't know. I just call them puppies. They're all dogs. I don't know what their like backstory is. I don't know where they came from. Like, is Lady a Chihuahua?
A Chiweenie.
A Chiweenie? How does that work?
So she's part Chihuahua, part wiener dog. Her mom was a Chihuahua and the dad was a wiener dog. So she's got you could see the face of a Chihuahua and the ears of a Chihuahua, but she's got a really, hold on, Miss Lady, it's okay, a really long body, like a wiener dog.
She's like, I'm naked, don't show me off.
I know. She normally lets me do whatever I want, but she's being spastic right now.
She's probably camera shy. She probably knows that thousands and thousands of people are watching her right now.
She's being
Lady is not an
ridiculous.
exhibitionist.
No, no.
Lesbo says she's also part wizard.
Because she
What?
looks like Dobby. So cute.
Anthony
We just
says
have to
we
give
have.
her a sock, and then you guys can free her.
Anthony says we have 3 toy poodles, and now 2 are coming to group chat because puppies. Aw,
Yay.
puppers. Who doesn't
I love
love the puppers? I love
love
puppies.
teacups too. They're so adorable.
Have you ever experienced a puppy pylon? Like oh, there are few greater joys than like laying down on a floor or like in the grass or something, and just this army of puppies coming at you and then just cover you, and all you see around your face is snouts and little sniffings and licking and just like, oh God, I'm gonna die from love. Oh, that's the way. If you're gonna go out, if you're gonna you know, take the dirt nap, die from a puppy pylon, because you'll just die from joy. It's just so much fun.
That would be the best.
We used to have a lot of animals when I lived down south. I missed having like a lot of dogs. We had so many dogs that we just stopped naming them. We just called them all puppy. You know, it was just like, we just got tired. You know, it's just, we get thinking up names and shit. You know, there was like Queenie, and there was there's like I can't remember all of them, but then we said, fuck it, we're just gonna name them Puppy. You know, they're here. When you say puppy, they come, you know, so it's fine.
Yep.
Yes, VS Adams, that is a good tip. If you're going to be in a puppy pylon, take your glasses off first, because they're just going to be smudged and just licked and just, you're not going to be able to see anything. So yes, safety first when it comes to puppy pylons. Kittens don't do that. You don't, kittens do like, a whole mess of kittens are not just going to start crawling on you. And maybe if you lay there long enough and they think you're dead and they think you're food, yes, they may crawl up on you and like sniff you and stuff like that. Like, are you dead? Are you food? Oh, you're awake? Oh, so go get us some food. You know, it's like, that's how it is. I had these 2 cats, and I would be in bed, and not every morning, but some mornings I'd be laying there, and all of a sudden this paw would come up and go, hey. And I wake up, and the cat's like right there going, hey. Like the cat, if the cat could talk, the cat would say, get the fuck up. There's no food in the bowl. But they did it so sweet, just like, hey. No, it wasn't like, wait a minute. It wasn't like, shut up, bitch. Yeah, it wasn't like that. You know, it was just like very little light taps. Just, hey, buddy. Because like, if there's no food in the bowl, this is how the cat psychology works. So if there's no food in the bowl, so they go to you, and they kind of like, okay, hey, you're the person that knows where the food is. Oh, if you're not gonna get up and do it, then you're going to be the food. So if you ever die in a house, and you know, like you're one of these people that nobody likes you, nobody comes to visit you. If you died, they wouldn't find your body for like 3 weeks. The cat's gonna eat you. It's gonna happen. Cats are sweet, but cats gotta live too.
Little Burton is starting to get his morning schedule every day now. It's wild. Like 8 o'clock every morning now, he'll come and just completely lay on top of my face and just like flop there, like as if I'm just a pillow or something. I have no idea. But every morning he does it now, and it's just his thing. He's like, time to wake up, give me food, I want a treat, you need to hang out with me, it's time to wake up. Every day now. It's like on schedule. He's starting to get his own little thing.
officially part of the family now, because now he's doing he's got part of the family routine too. Brandy says they wake my husband up every morning.
Yeah, that's him.
Kelly says my grandma swore that the cats would lay on your chest at night and suck the breath out of you, so she always slept with the door closed.
Well, he lays on my face and you move your face. You're like, you'll get him out of the way.
B.S. Adams says ferrets are kind of like that game, that old game Pong, right? Ferrets are like cats on cocaine and crystal meth at the same time, and probably PCP too, because they're just oh, hello, hi. Are we still on? I guess we're still on. What happened? Hang on a second. We're coming back. It's okay. Hang on a second. Weird shit. Okay. So apparently a cat got into my computer. I don't know what happened. The cat said, "No, get the fuck out of here." You still there? Oh, I think you're muted. Wait a minute, hang on.
Okay, there we go. There we go. I was muted.
Yeah, the ferrets booted it out. I think the ferrets chewed a wire or something. But I knew when I was in college, I knew this married couple, and they had ferrets, and they had the like, you know, the exhaust tubes that come out of a dryer, you know, that kind of looks like it's kind of like springy, like kind of an accordion, you know, it kind of comes out and it goes. So they had like really long tubes of that, and the ferrets were just like totally just like snake in and out of those things, and they're so cute. I love ferrets. They're just so tiny. I hate rats, but I love ferrets because they just have the little faces. Big Mac Crab in the chat. What is up? Warren is sexy. Aw. You're very sweet. You're a liar, Crab, but I appreciate you saying that. I was saying it was really, you know, I don't know how it is over in Jersey, but it was pretty warm here earlier this evening, and I almost pulled a Nay's Garden and did this show with my shirt off. So I mean, it was kind of close. I mean, I wasn't really gonna do it, but yeah, but it got pretty hot. He says I am very drunk. Good for you. Too sexy for that shirt. Too sexy, it hurts. No, my friend, too sexy. Yeah, too sexy. I added that one too. I like the little sound bites, and now I know it's like a lot of other shows like to do cutaways and stuff like that too. So I like to say I inspired them, but you know, if I was kind of a dick, I'd say they ripped us off. But that's okay. You know, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. And
get your hand off my penis!
Exactly. Do not touch my penis, unless I explicitly say you are a-okay. Anchors away. So I don't know, Jimmy. We've come this far. We're like 15 minutes away from 2. I really want to see what happens with the daylight savings. Is that kind of weird to kind of, yeah. You've been very patient with me tonight. I've been a chatty Kathy, and you've just been like sitting there with your cute little cat ears.
Yep, just sit here. I'll listen.
You look like you're about to have a night out on the town in Anchorage, Alaska. So with the hat there. And it's a very warm looking hat too. Let's get a better shot of this here. Let's show warm. It is, right?
You want me to what? Yeah, you want me to show you the inside? Look at the inside.
Look at that. Those are, and it's got a little thing there. Oh yeah, see, I got one just like that. Mine's gray. It kind of almost looks like a bomber's kind of hat type thing, you know, like in a plane. You know, I don't have one. I don't have it near. It's like over there, and I'm too lazy to go get it. But yours is very fast. But mine doesn't have cat ears, though.
No, It even has these little buttons on each side, and it's got like a face mask that you can go with it that's black on the outside and fuzzy white on the inside. You can wear over to keep your face warm when it's snowing out. And then it's got the buckles underneath so you can buckle it all the way if you want to keep yourself warm. It's got everything.
Fuzzy White was the name of my jazz fusion band.
That's right.
It
But
was,
you can get them for $7 down at Santee Alley in Los Angeles.
Come on down to Santee Alley. We've got
That's
cat
right.
hats, dog hats, any kind of hats. Hey,
Dude,
Indy
that
left
piece
on
is amazing.
Indy left on the Rumble. Good to see you, brother.
What's up, Indy?
I do like hats. I have one of those. I don't know what kind of hats they're called, but I when I put it on, I like to say extra, extra, read all about it, and then I charge a nickel for newspapers. It's one of those hats. I have my my Heisenberg hat, which is really a pork pie hat, to be honest with you. And then I have my trucker's cap and my baseball cap, and then I got the I call it the special needs beaver hat. So when I put it on, I'm like, and it's very politically incorrect, and I'm pretty sure I'd probably get canceled if I stated that too many times. So, but it's a really warm hat. Like when we have blizzards here, we haven't had that many here in a while, but when we do, I put that thing. That's the first hat I put on. And I got my big what is it? I got a huge like overcoat that I put on, and I think I have some like waterproof those Columbia shoes. I have boots, but I also have the shoes too. So like I can go trudge around in the snow and stuff like that and stay nice and dry and warm and toasty, you know. It's so weird, like I don't know, like does the whole mountain shut down whenever you get like a big snow up there?
No, we stay open for the tourists. People come up to do sledding and stuff.
Do you have skiing up there too where you're at?
Yeah, we've got Mountain High, we've got Big Bear, we've got multiple different snow resorts up here too. So
It's you know, it's great around here, that whenever you get like a big snow like that, like I said, it in the 13 years that I've lived in New York, I've seen maybe 4 or 5 big snows, like really deep snow. But the kids love it, man. It's like the first thing you go out and you just see kids everywhere making snow angels. And we got like a little hilly park down the way here. So like the last time I went over there, was like everybody was out. It was like butt ass cold too. It's like in the 20s or something, but everybody was out sledding down the hills. You had people like selling hot cocoa, you know, for a markup, of course, but you know, but that kind of, yeah, I'm not a big fan of Christmas itself, but I am a big fan of like the vibe around like the holidays, you know, like especially when you get like snow and it's nice and cold, it's overcast outside, and you appreciate like hot cocoa more, and like a you know, stew or like chili or something, like hot foods like that. You're just like, oh, it's just, I don't know, it's really cool.
yeah.
But that's kind of the holiday flavor that you get. So once you get past New Year's, then it's like, then you just have suck ass winter. You know?
Yeah, and it's shitty too. Yeah, because up here we won't I'm surprised that we already got snow up here, because normally we won't get snow till like mid-December, and then we'll have snow until March. So I'll have that enjoyment of the Christmas, you know, holidays and all of the snow and the season and everything. But for about 3 months after that, I'm out front shoveling snow 3 times a day, because you shovel your first set of snow, and then the snowplow people come and shovel the main street, which leaves these berms, and then you got to shovel the berms out, and then they do it again, and it's just this constant like never-ending battle with the Caltrans snowplow people. It's horrible.
I remember, I don't know, maybe like probably about 10 years ago, when Bloomberg was the mayor here, and I think it was like his last year as mayor, and they thought that we were just going to get a dusting, and so so here what they do is you get the snow plows, but before the snow hits, you put the salt down on the streets and the sidewalks, right? And then once the snow hits, then you get the snow plows that come out. So he didn't put any of the salt down. He said, oh, it's just a dusting. It's going to be no big deal. Totally misread it. It was like one of the biggest blizzards we've had in a long time. So people, they didn't get the snow plows out in time either. And people were like, and when they did bring the snow plows out, they were like running into cars. Like it was a shit show. And he caught so much hell for that too.
I have to admit, like, your guys' East Coast, like Brooklyn, New York, all your guys' areas that got like these streets that just go straight down, and watching your guys' videos of the cars in the snow at that time is probably some of my favorite YouTube videos to watch, because you see these buses that are just going down your guys' street sideways, and it all crunches at the bottom, and more cars are coming down and they all crunch. It's just this huge line, like this, mamba line of cars in the snow out there, and it's so funny. You guys are hilarious.
Well, they have down south, they have ice storms, right? So you have like you'll get some snow, but it's mostly just like frozen, like sleet, and then it freezes on the roads. And down south, they don't know how to deal with that shit. They'll put like gravel on the highways, right? Which the gravel's not going to do dick. So I remember when I went to Mississippi State, and there was right off campus there was a neighborhood there where and it was down a big hill, right? And people parked along the side of the streets on this hill, right? And I remember this one cat, he drove down the hill. It was iced over, lost control of the car, and I swear to God, it was like a pinball machine. He went ding, 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 ding up against cars. He kept crashing into one side of the street. Then it would push him over to the other side. It would just ding, 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 ding. And he ended up causing, close to $100,000 in car damage. And I just felt so bad. Yeah, I know. I felt so bad for that dude. I was like, being the selfish asshole that I'm like, yeah, I hope you're covered. I'm glad it wasn't me. Oopsie sauce. But, yeah, I couldn't. I've had to drive in icy conditions like that, and it is just, it's a fucking nightmare. You can't go over like 20 miles an hour in this shit all of a sudden, or otherwise, whoa, you start losing control of the vehicle.
Right.
There's two towns down there. There's Starkville and Columbus. Starkville is where Mississippi State is, and I was working at the TV station in Columbus. So when I was in school, I'd have to drive from Starkville to Columbus, and normally it was maybe like 20 miles. It wasn't that bad. It was just straight highway. You could usually 60 miles an hour. You could get there in about 20 minutes, right? So, but when the ice storm hit, this wasn't like, oh, you can stay home. You had a vital job at the TV station that nobody else could do, so you had to be there. So I'm driving in this shitty 1980 Chevy Malibu with already slick tires anyway, because I'm too cheap to buy regular tires. And I get about 25 miles an hour, and I'll feel the car just kind of whoa. So I'm just like, it took me an hour to get to work, and I was just like, oh, fuck this. I think I ended up staying the night over in Columbus because I had I wanted nothing to do with driving back and that shit. It is just a nightmare. The Southerners do not know how to deal with that kind of shit. It doesn't matter where in Georgia, same thing happened there. They get ice storms there. They get ice storms in Texas too. The motherfuckers don't know how to drive in that shit either.
Yeah, I think when I went to Texas, the first night I was there, they had an ice storm because it's like this really long straight road to get like into Austin or an area into Austin. And the road we went from the airport to their house was just normal that night. But then when we woke up the very next morning and was driving back into Austin, there were all these cars on the side of the road just parked like against, you know, the fences, up against like trees and stuff. I don't even, maybe cactuses. I have no fucking idea. But there were just cars everywhere, like 30 of them all on the sides of the road. And apparently there had been ice on the road or something. So maybe that was an ice storm that they went through. Is that what an ice storm does?
Yeah, I mean, it's just ice storms are just nasty. They will they'll knock down power lines, and they'll slicken up the roads. It's just miserable. You know, yeah, it's just no fun to drive in. And VS Adams makes a good point here, saying, glad I still drive a stick in bad weather. Don't break. Downshifting is your friend. Right. Yeah. Do you know how to drive a stick?
Yeah.
That's a good skill to have. I appreciate a stick shift for the fact that if your battery dies, you can jump start it, right? You can push it.
Yeah, that shit sucks so much. I hate it though. That boom. I'm like, oh God, am I okay? Is the car okay?
Yeah, you get that boom, right? You know?
Right.
So
are we all alive? Okay, are we good? Nobody's got like, you know, broken necks or something.
So for the unwashed, if you don't know, yeah, 1 minute. It's 1 minute. So keep an eye on the clock down there as we tell this story. So if you don't know how to drive a stick, if you drive a stick in the city, it's probably no good because there's a lot of stopping and stuff like that. You probably want you probably want an automatic for that. But like if you're driving out on the highway or something like that, you're doing like road trips or something like that, stick shift is great. Yeah, you gotta be able to work the clutch, right? You gotta push the clutch in, then you shift to the next gear and kind of have to ride the gas as you're, you know, it's kind of an art form, really, driving a stick. That was the first I learned how to drive stick when I was 10 years old. We had a 77 shift. Hey, it's 1 o'clock again. Mazel tov.
See?
Gonna get back in time. Gonna get back in time. Crazy. We time traveled, ladies and gentlemen. You have been here for this historic night of talking about stick shift driving and time traveling. And here we are in the past. 1 hour in the past. Congratulations. We're all time travelers.
You did it. You did it.
But I had to learn to stick because my old man said this garbage needs to get to the landfill. And you're going to take it. But he always said, don't take the highway, take the back roads, because he knew all the sheriff's deputies, but he wasn't friends with any of the state troopers. So if you got caught on the highway, that was it. And I did get pulled over one time when I was driving the truck. Didn't have a driver's license, 10 years old. And I stopped off at this store and I got a root beer, right? And it was in a very dark brown bottle. It looked like a beer bottle, right? So I'm driving down the road. I'm like pretty close to the house and I see the sheriff's deputy coming the other way and the lights come on. And he pulls me over and he says, hey, you drinking beer? And so I said, no, it's root beer. This is IBC. It's root beer. He just kind of, okay. He goes, hey, aren't you, he said, aren't you Ben Dearman's boy? You know, I was like, yes, sir. And he said, all right, yeah, tell your daddy I said hi. All right. Well, he brought us a mess of peas last week, and I tell him I appreciate it. We got some corn growing. We're going to bring him some too. And I said, okay, I'll let him know. You know, you can't do that shit now. It's like, you know, license, registration, get the fuck out of the car. I'm probably going to beat you to death. You know, that kind of thing, you know, but this was 1979. So this was a long time ago in a land far, far away. But I love stick shift. Yeah, I've been in situations where the battery was dead, and then you have to so what it is don't put it in first. You want first off, you have to it usually takes two people to do it, right? Somebody's got to push, and then the other person's in the seat, right? So you get in this. So you got your clutch all the way in, and then you put it in like second gear. Put it in second gear because you want to get a good roll going. If you put it in first, it's gonna boom, and you're probably gonna fly out the fucking windshield. So and so, but if you put it in second gear, have the key on. I mean, don't sit there and this shit's not going to turn over, but have it in the on position. And then you get up a good enough speed, then you pop the clutch, let off the clutch, and then hopefully it starts, and then you're in good shape. And then hopefully you can charge your battery up again. But if you're in an automatic, you're fucked. So call AAA, or maybe you got like a charger in the trunk or something, but otherwise you're fucked. So. Yep. You ever had that where like a battery's dead and you're like, ugh? Have you ever done that? You ever like pop, like I've also done too with the jumper cables, like you jump start a car, right? So I've done that plenty of times too for the automatics. That's what you won't do that? You scared?
No, I'm just too scared to get the negative and positives wrong. Yeah.
I think whoever made jumper cables was racist because they made black negative.
Did they really? Isn't there jumper cables that are red and blue?
I think they're red and black. So the black is that goes on the negative terminal, and the red goes on the red goes on the positive.
Is it always that though?
Yes. Until they reinvent jumper cables, that's how it works. Yeah. So, but normally, like on the batteries, sometimes you'll see a red cable going to the battery, and you'll see a black cable going. So that's how you know which one's red and black.
I just won't do it. It's too scary.
It's like the snakes. It's like you can tell what a poisonous snake is when it's like red and black, friend of Jack. Red and yellow, kill a fellow. I learned that in Boy Scouts. You know.
I learned the red, black, and white. It's all right. Red, yellow, black. Stand back.
Right. I got kicked out of Boy Scouts because I got caught eating brownies.
I knew it.
Ah!
Get your hand off my penis!
Fun with words. Yeah, that was pretty cool. It said 1:59, and then it went to 1 o'clock. I was like, oh, that's cool. I've never seen that in nature before, so that was pretty cool. Anyway, we talked a lot of shit.
It's pretty cool that it does it itself now. I remember having to do it yourself. That shit sucked.
I have to do it on the microwave. Other than that, the only clocks I got in here is on the they're on my devices. That's fine. It automatically does it. But the microwave, I don't have a smart microwave. I have a pretty dumb microwave. And it's I have to do that. Let's see, what time does it say? Yes, it still says 2:06 over here. So The microwave is holding out. The microwave is not a time traveler. So yeah, so I guess we probably should wrap it up. We are getting close to 2 hours. We can pitch all our fun stuff going on. You've got your show. You wanna shout out yourself there, lady?
Yeah, you can check out my show Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern. I'll do 4 hours Monday through Friday. You can find that at KRTD Media on YouTube. We're really close to getting our 1,000 subscribers, which is the only thing that's stopping us from being monetized right now. And so if we get there, then we'll have, all that fun stuff. And then you can find me also on Twitch at Image Productions. I'm still trying to get to 100 followers over there so I can start getting monetized over there as well. That's about it. Back to you.
I'm putting your Image Productions in the chat there for Twitch, right? Yeah, Jimmy is killing it over there. You have a really great show, and you seem to have found your niche there for sure. So it's a part-time job, 20 hours a week. I don't see how you do it, man. These 4 hours on the weekend, man, I'm just like, I feel like a beat ass after these things are done, you know. But then again, this is like, you know, very late. Whereas yours is early too, but you do both. You swing both ways, right?
I do.
Yes. So you're a morning girl and an evening girl. So I am
not a morning girl. I'm forcing myself to be a morning girl.
Well, you're putting on a good face for it, because you seem like you're enjoying it, and you seem like you're having a really good time doing it. So
I am.
Despite the early hour. So so I think we're gonna have the main show, Extra Bulla Live, is coming back on Mondays now. So I'm excited for that. Colin Radix Carter, aka Care Bear from INN, is tentative to be on Monday evening. Not quite sure what time Monday we're going to be doing it. I'm starting a new job on Monday, and but I'll be done by like 4 p.m. Eastern. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's probably going to be a shitty job, but at least I get to work from home in my underwear, much like I do this show. So very pants optional show here. So you know, it's
And
like
you, sir,
that.
are you waiting to receive my limp penis?
Exactly. So it's the way we do things. So so look for that on Monday. I'll put out like a tweet and stuff to let you know, and we should be on all the channels too. We'll be on YouTube, Rockfin. We're going to be on Odyssey, also Rumble, Twitch, and Twitter. No Facebook, because Facebook sucks. Fuck Facebook. So, and then of course you and I will be back next Friday. Lord Willin and the Creek Don't Rise. And then another secret show Saturday night. I think tomorrow night it's going to be How Do We Miss That? Indy and Reef, my INN brothers, will be doing that tomorrow night around 9 p.m. Eastern. So be looking out for that. Hope to see a lot of you crazy kids in the chat there as well. And yeah, and just support independent media. Like I said, we'll do this one more time. I think I have to be over here to do this first. So let's make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already, or the satanic chicken will haunt your dreams, and you'll never have another good night's sleep again for the rest of your life. So and I believe that also, just to let you know, coming up soon, INN's year anniversary. Not going to spill the beans on what we're going to be doing, but there's a lot in the works for that, for INN's first anniversary. Very excited about that. INN's come a long way from last year. They've broken a lot of good stories, have had a lot of good guests on to shows. INN News on Wednesday nights has become a real hit with Reef and Colin. And plus, we've met more people in the space since then, too. Like, our buddies Andrew Rochford and Willie Bragg and the Due Dissidents. Those guys, I think they're going to be on Wednesday night. That's a really good show. If you haven't seen that, Due Dissidents, they do I think they do like a twice a week show. Pretty good lefties there. Check them out. Show them some love too. So, any final words there, lady, before we get the fuck out of here?
Nope. Stay high.
All right. Wash your ass, keep it clean, and maybe someone will give you a joint so you can stay high. But don't smoke it out of your ass, because that's just weird. But, I don't kink shame.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Peace. Woo woo. Love train.
This is the bloke who got me on the penis before.
Shut up, bitch!
Groovy.